Howdy my friends, nice to see you again. I want to share some thoughts with you. This time, bear call credit spread and all the details. Remember, you can always look up more details on optioncrusader.com and my blog. Also remember, this is one of our first videos. Please forgive us for the imperfections. Servus und grüß Gott, wenn du ihn siehst. I will set up a small series of little videos, and I hope I can collect all those videos in a small playlist. If I would make just one big video, it would be all too long, so there will be a few. It will go over the setup of that trade. It will determine the characteristics you're looking for in the market, why we're doing this under these circumstances right now, and we will also talk about challenges of this trade. First, I want to make the distinction between an infinite game and a finite game in the world of trading. You ever thought about your goals? What are your goals? 1% a day, making $1,000 a week, 5,000 grand, 50,000 grand, going to the moon, bro, in 6 months or shorter, getting rich quick. What are you competing against? Against the market? You want to beat the market? You want to outrun the market? You cannot outrun the market. The market is much bigger than you, and you are not the first in that game. And that game, you've come in here with the mentality of winning. That's a finite game. You're not here to win. You're here, or at least I am here to stay. I don't care how much I make a week, how many losers I have in a month, as long as my numbers are correct. As long as I stay within that, I do not care if I lose the next game, the next two trades. I don't have a specific money target, percentage target. I'm here to enjoy trading. It is more like Simon Sinek is saying, and you should watch his video about the infinite game. It's very eye-opening, and what he said there in one stretch is that the Viet Cong, I don't know if you guys still remember 1975 and the Vietnam War ended. The Viet Cong was in the war to stay. They lost every battle against the Americans won every battle, but in the end the Viet Cong won the war. The Americans didn't lose it, it just dropped out. It was impossible for them to win because there was no winner. They stayed in the game to stay in the game, and this is my same approach I have for trading. This game does not have a finish line. There's nothing you can run faster as somebody else. There will be always somebody who is smarter than you, who has a better trading strategy for you at the moment. Since you cannot outrun the market and there's no finish line, do not stay in the game to win. You cannot be a winner. Winning against what? So be flexible, be patient, do fewer trades, think about it more, enjoy life, enjoy your family. That's more important. Trading should be boring. It's just a number game, and that's what I want to show you. Okay, what are the conditions we are looking for in the market for this trade? So this is a typical curve of trading cycles. We have the stealthy phase where the institutional money comes in, they do their research and blah blah blah. They get a little retracement, then they go up again, then it goes up bigger and the public notice it, and then they all jump in. The dumb money comes in here. This is the smart money. As you can see here, the public, this is usually the dumb money. Then they jump all in and say, did you hear, did you hear? The smart money is already start selling here because they already made their profit when the public comes in to take the position. You know, the liquidity in the market, somebody has to sell you the shares because they get out, you buy it. They are not shares printed like you buy shares. You can buy shares. You have to buy them from somebody. Somebody is willing to sell. There's always a buyer on each side of the trade. So if you take this is great, here you become delusional, and then it says go to the moon, bro. Well, we forgot to bring the fuel to the rocket ship, so this whole thing collapses. Here's a bull trap where it goes around and people jump back in again, and then it's just fear, capitulation, delusional, denial, despair, bang, and then the cycle starts again, either with the same stock or with another stock. So what I think right now, when you take a look at the stock market, take the Wilshire 5000 index or the Warren Buffett index, everything in the stock market is overvalued and is trading 90% of the traditional moving average. You start out here, stock market up to 2020, 2019, the pandemic came, all right. So it started out under the Trump administration. They caught up pretty quickly. September, November, Biden administration comes in and the people just jump on the rocket. Let's go to the moon, bro. And the stock market, since a year and a half, has not have a 3%, 5% retracement. It's just skyrocketing. And right now we can see, right, we're coming in here, for example, the IWF, and we come in here, February, we start moving into the site in a range trade since 9 months. Whatever you had here in the beginning and the end of January, You have the same right here, end of September. You did not make any money. So now is the talk about start tapering from the FOMC in November. They might even hit the brakes harder because the economy is slowing down. But at the same time, the inflation is rising, which is stagflation. Everybody start talking about it now. We were thinking about it already a few months ago. And according to this, we have to adjust our trading habits. We cannot just jump onto let's go to the moon, bro. I think that paradigm is over. We're in a range trading right now since 9 months actually, and everybody knows whatever happened last year, you had a different market in February. I was losing here quite some money in February and also in March, but then I realized, well, we are in a side movement. So that's why I don't care about how much money I make per month or in this specific month. We have to adjust to constantly changing market conditions. They will change now from sideways trading range into a retracement, probably a recession, because in a recession the inflation will come down and they have to come up with something. They cannot let the inflation go through the roof. What does it mean? I mean, you pay 10% more this year than last year, you pay 20% more this year than last year, and your wages will not keep up with inflation, and then they want to increase taxes. They will increase taxes to finance the debt and all their promises, so this will be a disaster. So the whole thing is, as soon as they start tapering, the yield will go up, the FOMC will stop buying bonds and mortgage-backed assets, so the prices for the bonds will fall. The yield you get for the face value will stay the same, but you will pay less for the bond than the face value. Let's say you have $1,000 bond so far, you pay maybe $1,100, $1,050, $1,100. You only get the 2.5% on $1,000, but you paid $1,100. You're not making 2.5%. So if the bond prices will drop because they start tapering, it will go under the $1,000 mark, for example. So you only pay $900, $950, but you still get your 2.5% of the face value of the bond. So you're making an extra profit on top. So institutional traders will move their money out of the stock market, especially in a recession or when it seems to come into a recession. They will move their money big time out of the stock market into the bond market and other assets, for example, or other investments, certain commodities maybe. So having said that, we have to prepare for this. So you cannot just keep on playing the game you played last year. So what are we looking for in the conditions? So we want to make money when the stock market moves up moderately. Okay, understandable. But I say moderately because we don't want to have spikes. This morning and yesterday I saw a big spike in the IWM. Let's pull this up. All right, here we can see the IWM jumped. This is Friday, it's today, Thursday was yesterday, Wednesday when I went to a new position because I had my 2 green candles here. Then I jumped in here on the day because of the big gap, and it had another gap today. So I think this gap needs to be closed. This is the panic mood in the end of the delusional market. People jump in and go to the moon. It will not go there. I don't think so. In a market like this, if this continues like this, we will not make money with this strategy because this is not the moderate increase. It's a jump. So it's dangerous for our position, but our position will hold truth over time because the statistic is on our side. And that's what we always have to keep in mind. You might lose 2 trades, 3 trades, but then you will have 10 winners.